Hey everybody, my name is Drew. I'm from Mohawk Outdoors. Mohawk Outdoors is a nonprofit organization aimed at getting veterans out hunting. And most of the time, Mohawk Outdoors is pretty much about big game hunting. Elk and ram and all sorts of other stuff. But I'm here in my lovely home state of South Dakota, and I'm all about waterfowl hunting. And for waterfowl hunting, you either got field hunting or you got open water, marshes, stuff like that. And one of the main things that you got to do is you got to be concealed. So for field hunting, that pretty much comes down to layout blinds and A-frame blinds. And then for marsh hunting, we've always just made our own because you can't really use a layout blind in the water for the most part or anything like that. But my cousin and I, we were talking about it, and we started looking at these things called panel blinds. And I was doing a bunch of research, and I came across the Avery Finisher Avery Finisher Panel Blind. And I could find some different information on like Rogers Sporting Goods website, Max Prairie Wings, but nothing even on the Avery website or anything like that. Now I'm in no way sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by Avery, GHG, or Banded, which I guess they're all under the same conglomerate. But I'm not gonna bore you with like an unboxing video, but this is just kind of a gear review. I'm not gonna bore you with an unboxing video because I already threw the box away. But when you open up the box, you get 13 of these steel L-shaped stakes, which I probably won't even use. And then this is the blind as it comes out of the box. Now, if I remember right, on the specs, it says that it weighs 31 pounds. There's another one from a different company called Tangle Free, and that one comes in at about 19 pounds. So I don't know why it's lighter when they're pretty much the same dimensions. And then you also got the heavy hauler hub blind, and the heavy hauler hub blind, that one is a lot smaller, and it's about 160, 170 bucks, and it has like a hub design, kind of like the pop-up blinds, but you're only going to really be able to fit 2 hunters and a dog in there. As far as the Tangle Free and the Avery Power Hunter, or the Avery Finisher Panel Blind, you can fit 3 to 4 hunters in a pinch. But the more and more that I looked at it, I couldn't really find too much information online, other than just the specs. And even when I looked on Avery's website, I couldn't even find the Finisher Panel Blind on the Avery website. So I don't know. Once again, I'm not sponsored by them in any way. I wish I was sponsored by Avery and GHG, putting that out there. Anyways, basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you. There's no videos on YouTube. I mean, anytime you type in anything on YouTube like that, nothing would pop up for the Avery ones. So that's why I'm making this video. So as you get it, like I said, 30 something pounds, 30.5, something like that. There's 2 buckles on each side, and then you got your carrying strap. So you pop those. This side folds around to make your end. And then you got your other end right there. So that's it, let's move it so you can get the whole thing in the shot here. But yeah, this is it. The other cool thing is okay, so these 3 panels right here are about, I know they're 4 foot tall. I can't remember what the exact dimensions are. These 3 are the same size, and then the 2 on the ends are just a little bit smaller. But all 5 panels have these mesh windows that you can take the mesh out all the way if you want, or you can leave them in. But the other cool thing that with the Avery panel blind that the Tangle Free panel blind doesn't do is you can actually adjust the angle of the windows at the top here. So if I had another one, like my cousin's talking about getting another one of these, we can actually put them back to back. He can angle his in as well. So then you got natural vegetation, cattails or tall grass going up at an angle to kill that black hole effect, because birds, as they're flying down, as they're flying over the top of you, they look down. If you've got just a regular straight 90-degree panel blind up, with natural veg, they can see you coming at you, but if they look down, it's just a black hole, and it's going to make them flare. So I think that's really cool that you can angle the tops of them, and then before you collapse it back, straighten them all out like that. Another thing before I break it down, I'll show you. You got webbing all along the outside for hooking up natural vegetation. And what a lot of guys do with their layout blinds, you know, a layout blind is going to run you about 250 bucks. And then the best thing to do is mud it up and put natural vegetation in there. But a lot of the guys get that fake raffia grass or whatever, and they end up, you know, putting about like 100 pounds of raffia grass on there. You don't really need that. You can put a little bit on there, that's not going to hurt it. But the cool thing with these Avery blinds is there's like a little pouch right here. There's a pouch right here and right here on each one of the panels. So when you take like your natural vegetation, like your tall grass and your cattails, bundle it up, stick it down through the webbing, and stick the ends into these pockets. They're not going to slide out. And then just as an added measure, I would recommend taking a zip tie and zip tying your bundle of grass to the webbing right there, because that way it's not going to fall out the top either. But I think that's a really cool feature as well. But yeah, I got this for 250 bucks at Runnings. At Max Prairie Wings, Rogers Sporting Goods, they're selling for about the same. The Avery one is 250. The Tangle Free is like 300, and it's 19 pounds, so it's a little bit lighter. But I really like the fact that I can adjust the angle of these windows. And that's the thing, is like I said, there's not really any information out there. This is probably going to be the only video on the Avery Finisher Panel Blind that there is. I just want people to know about it. It's a really good buy. And you figure for like a ground blind, you're going to pay about 200, 250 bucks for a ground blind that you can only use in a field. And you're laying on the ground. You know, most of them are pretty much waterproof, but if it's snowy outside, like laying in a ground blind in the snow, it sucks. It's cold. These things, at least you can sit up. You're a lot more comfortable. You have a lot better visibility. You can sit there in your, in your fold-out chair or whatever. The other cool thing that someone brought up too, you put two of them back to back like that to make your little pit blind. I mean, you could sit that out in the middle of a field, but you can run heaters in these things. You can run a little sunflower heater during the wintertime. That would be just awesome. But yeah, so setup and tear down, it's super easy too. So we just start folding it in like this. We buckle these ends. I'm a big fan of Bandit and Avery and GHG, because like I said, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I'm not a pro staffer for them. It's just I like their gear. They make, I think they make really good stuff. But yeah, that's it. So 30-something pounds. It's gonna probably be a lot heavier once I start adding all my natural vegetation in there. But I don't want to have to keep brushing in my blind all the time. I'd rather just do it, leave it in there, zip tie it down like I said, and then not have to continue, just add a couple highlights or whatever. But yeah, for 250 bucks, this is, I really like it. It's a good buy. Like I said, I'm just making this video just to put some information out there to people that, if you're trying to decide on doing a panel blind, number one, I highly recommend a panel blind over an A-frame blind, which is going to be more expensive and a lot more time consuming to set up and a lot heavier. I highly recommend a panel blind also over the regular layout blinds, because you're paying about the same amount, and you can even rig this up to just run one hunter out of it. You can fold the sides all the way around 360, and you can sit in there by yourself. But I can put 3 dudes in here, and I'm a big guy, but I can put 2 to 3 other hunters in here, and we'd be perfectly comfortable. And main thing during the wintertime, warm. Run that heater. And you can use it on the water too, because you can easily just take this thing out there, which you can't do with a layout blind. I can take this out to a pothole and put it in the water, however deep I'm at. I can just sit it down in the water, and I can sit behind it on my marsh seat, and I'll be good to go. And you can't do that with a layout blind or an A-frame really. But yeah, I think you're getting more bang for your buck, and it's a heck of a lot more mobile too, which a lot of times is the name of the game. You know, you see them sitting down in one field, you need to be able to set up quick and then tear down quick and move to a different location as well. So, but yeah, I highly recommend this product. And like I said, I'm just trying to get the word out there about this product, because there's not even anything on the Avery website, you know, about this. So, but yeah, give it a check, or check it out, I mean.